Hi, I'm Michelle from Chicago, and I am lucky enough to live in a city that has TripAdvisor's #1 museum in the world, the Art Institute, and Bon Appetit just listed us as one of the best foodie cities in the world. And that could be a little unfair to my competition, so I wanted to even the playing field a little bit. And instead of showing you the entirety of the amazing city of Chicago, I wanted to introduce you to my neighborhood, Rogers Park. So Rogers Park is the northernmost neighborhood in Chicago. It borders right on Evanston. It's also the most populous and diverse neighborhood within Chicago. I'm going to take you on a little trip today to show you some of my favorite parts of my neighborhood and adorable dogs like this one, why foodies love the diversity of the restaurants here, the amazing theater scene, and so much more. So come along on a trip with me. And yes, in fact, this is the beautiful Lake Michigan behind me. So Rogers Park is the only neighborhood in Chicago that does not have the highway Lakeshore Drive blocking it from lake access. So no part of Rogers Park is more than a 10-minute walk away from the lakeshore, and it's beautiful. We're so lucky. People love to bring their dogs. That little building, that turquoise building in the back there, when summer hits, it becomes an amazing place called Crepes on the Beach, which everybody loves. So come to Chicago in the summer. Is when she looks her best, is when she's showing off for everybody. But in the meantime, let me show you some of my favorite places. Some call it the Leopard House, some call it the Cheetah House. No matter what you call it, this is one of the most fun of the eccentric houses in Rogers Park, and there's a few of them. Apparently it all came out of a bunch of roommates who needed to paint a house and couldn't decide on what it was. So someone jokingly suggested this pattern, and they went with it. And they've actually updated it so that the lower section has a Burberry type plaid pattern to it. So one of the houses I've always meant to come take a picture with, so I'm excited to have an excuse to do so. Behind me we have smack dab Chicago, my favorite place in all of Rogers Park. Might I suggest, amongst all of their vegan, vegetarian friendly options, I love the Denver Scramble, and I highly, highly, highly suggest the double chocolate pepita bread. Not only is it vegan, but it's also gluten-free. So can you even feel guilty while eating something that delicious but that healthy? Yeah, I don't know. They also have gluten-free chocolate chips. The donuts are to die for. They change out every day. They have 3 new specialties every single day. All of the Hispanic, Mexican, and other Latin restaurants in Rogers Park are amazing, but by far La Chosa is my favorite. I highly recommend the chicken enchiladas with green sauce. It's so good. On the one hand, I'm not sure you can find anything more American and more millennial than a 24-hour mac and cheese place. But then on the other hand, it's combined with bunny chow, South African street food, which is known for its amazing vegetarian options. Next to it is one of my favorite places in Rogers Park. One day I was walking on the beach. I wasn't feeling too hot. Forgot to have breakfast or lunch. And off I pop and run into a place that specializes in s'mores. Are you kidding me? I highly suggest the caramel s'more. It is to die for. Our public house is one of the best places for the nightlife. They've got amazing burgers, including the amazing kale burger that you'll just have to try for yourself. And this is where I'm going to be watching the royal wedding. If you're a high school student or a prospective grad student and are looking for a college trip, Rogers Park is a great place to stay, since Loyola calls it home and Northwestern is just slightly to the north. Both campuses are lucky enough to have lakefront property. So what you see ahead are the classrooms and the dorm rooms of Loyola. You really can't get a better view. Well, it's taken all of Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And let's see. Nope. Can you see that? 36,144 steps. But I have zigzagged my way across Rogers Park, showing you some of my favorites. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come to visit. We actually were just ranked one of the healthiest neighborhoods in a city in the United States, and that's my cat Lula, who's very happy that I'm home after a long day. And yeah, so we're one of the healthiest neighborhoods in every city in the United States, as well as one of the cheapest. So come visit us, come stay, come live in our community. We'd love to have you. And, maybe say some nice words and help me get to take the job and the trips of a lifetime. And apparently someone wants to go with.